I am really excited to show you guys the next project, and I am sitting in it right now. So I've been a little bit hesitant to show this one because I just haven't really had a lot of time to work on it, and I still don't, but I'm gonna start playing around with it. I'm still working on my main project right now. Is a 1971 Holiday Rambler travel trailer. So if you haven't seen that, go check out my channel and you can see a bunch of videos on that. That's been keeping me real busy. But I've had this other project that if you've been paying attention, you might have spotted it in the background of some other videos that I'm really excited for. I've had this for about a year. So let me flip the camera around and show you what we got going on here. All right, here she is. This is an old club car. I believe it's a 1981, best I can figure out from the serial number. But it's definitely a club car. Got down here, you see club car, and we got the old serial tag, and then there's a gentleman's name on there. This is an oldie. This is not real common. This popped up on Facebook Marketplace when I was on a trip, and I just thought it was really cool and sent it to my wife, and she thought it was really cool. And I am crazy and got a U-Haul, and I hauled it all the way from Florida to Tennessee. I don't know why I do things like this, but I did. And it came with two other frames and a go-kart. The go-kart is actually right out here. The go-kart turned out to be awesome. Kids use it. Got a little Harbor Freight motor on it. Had to do some fixing on that, but that's working great. I sold the other two club cars, and so that kind of paid for some of the cost of hauling it home. But what I didn't realize when I bought this is that batteries are super expensive. The gentleman that I bought this from, his dad was into these. He restored them, and what he said was, he thinks his dad just said it was the battery. So if you put it in reverse, there's a buzzer. So if nothing else, the reverse buzzer works. I don't know if anything else works, but you've probably spotted as I'm moving around here, I've got 3 new Dakota lithium batteries, 3 12-volt batteries to add up to 36 volts, which is what this runs on. Our goal is to have this as just a cruising around the neighborhood car, use it for trick-or-treating with the kids. But this thing's a bit of a mess. These are the old batteries. This is like I said, it's from Florida, and so there's a lot of corrosion. And it's really old technology. So you can see these solenoids down here, and then there's the switch for the forwards and reverse, and then I think down there, that silver and red thing is a controller. That's the best I can figure out just from looking around. It seems like the thing that people do with these is they convert them over to a drive-by-wire system where you put in a new controller, you ditch the solenoids, and it runs much better. That's all assuming the motor's even good on this thing. So I don't know if it is or not. I just think this is just the coolest thing. What I've learned about this is that there's an aftermarket company that made these body kits. I think it was Elmco or Elmwood, I can't even remember now. But they made these body kits that look like Rolls Royces. And the guy I bought it from had another one. He had made a custom stainless polished grill for it that looked really cool. Had custom LED lights, had some cool rims on it with white walls. I don't know if I'll go to quite that length, but all fiberglass body. It's got a couple bumps and bruises up here. You can see there's some cracking. All this trim's falling off, but that's no big deal. We'll just get something new for that. Obviously needs a new cushion. It's got this sweet built-in cooler. I'm not a golf cart person, so I don't know how common this sort of thing is. But I just thought that was a super cool little feature for cruising around. And then of course it's got the golf cart or the golf bag thing on the back. A little more damage down here, but nothing crazy. It's all just like cracking. And so I think it wouldn't take a lot to clean this up and make it look really nice. So it's got the turn signals here, and it's got the charge controller up there, a little cup holder. So really we're just gonna take this one slow. But first things first, I got these new batteries, and so what I'm gonna do is figure out where I can fit all these in there and take out the old ones and figure out how I'm going to wire it. I have a feeling I'll have to make a couple wires, but yeah, we'll see what we can come up with here. All right, if we're being entirely honest, I'm a little nervous about this last part here. I think I've got everything hooked up. The only thing I left off was the charging port and I think some wires that go up to the gauge. So we're gonna leave them off. I've got the positive not connected here, and I've got this other little positive that runs off a 12 volt here. They want this whole thing to be fused with this 150 amp fuse that it came with, which works out because I don't have a wire long enough to make it over this positive. So I'm going to use an extra wire and I'm going to connect 2 wires together with the fuse, and then we'll make the final connection on the battery. Okay, I just checked voltages real quick. We're getting like 39 volts across these, and they're running about 13 volts a piece. So I think we're good. I cannot emphasize enough how much this is a temporary fix. This little thing here is especially dangerous because I've got this long bolt on the side that is not fused. I probably should have flipped that, but we're just gonna use this for a very short trial here, and we're gonna go ahead and bolt this down, and probably I'll know right away when I touch this if we're gonna have a problem. All right, here we go. Didn't hear any noises, didn't hear fuse making a noise or anything, nothing clicked. So I guess that's good. All right, let's double check all of our connections here. I'm gonna turn the key and see if anything changes. Okay, not getting anything there. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this seat down, move the camera here, we'll put it in forward and we'll see what happens. Nothing. Well, that was a bust. Put the new batteries in, went forward, went reverse, nothing happened. I think I hooked it up right. I think I have everything that has to be hooked up, but I need your help here. I don't know much about these or really anything about these other than what I've told you in this video. Normally I research stuff to a crazy degree. I didn't do that here. I would love to, if anyone is familiar with these old club cars, I'd love to hear your experience. I know there's a kit available to convert this to a drive-by-wire setup. I don't know if I should do that or if I should just start replacing parts and try to find some junkyard parts and see if I can get it going. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to get the drive-by-wire? Is there a way to test these electric motors? Is there a place I can take it to that'll even tell me if it's good? My concern is I go and I spend the money for the drive-by-wire and then find out that the motor is bad. That would maybe force me to get a newer 48 volt one and do a conversion. I don't know. I would love to get your opinions. If you know anything about golf carts, help me out on this one, and hopefully we can get this project going. Also, bonus points if you can tell me what Steve Martin movie one of these Rolls-Royce golf carts was featured in. Comment below. Thanks everyone.